Hi, y'all. I'm Renee.
And I'm Greg.
And we are here to give y'all our very first question and answer video. So I'd say over the course of us being, even before on social media, when we would talk with friends and family about what we were going to do, we've had questions in person. We've had questions throughout our social media and stuff. We decided to comb through those. Well, he decided.
I did, yep.
And to come up with, I guess, the top 5.
Yep.
So we're going to give y'all the top 5 questions that y'all have asked us.
But in usual fashion, the most asked one we had, especially over the 8 months or so I've been on Facebook, we're going to leave that one to the end. And
okay,
it might be kind of entertaining.
So will we do like a countdown then? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
So this is updated for 2025.
And he's going to make me read my list backwards now.
Yeah, because I got ADHD, so we'll see how this goes.
We will start with, how did you downsize to live in an RV?
Well, 2 words for me. Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace. So honestly, I know what you're getting at. We were in a 2,400 square foot home, and we have been married for many decades. So there's a lot of stuff. And I think the question is, how did you choose to downsize, to get rid of things, or storage? Yes, we have a storage unit, and it's pretty big. Not really because of me so much, believe it or not, but in Greg's defense, he had a full-fledged garage setup, mechanical, everything. So a lot of the big stuff was easy. We needed to start replacing some things anyway.
And you'll see a lot of folks say, just don't think, get rid of it all. And we largely agree with that.
Yes.
To a point, but if you have a specialized hobby, like say woodworking or something that takes highly specialized, expensive tools, you can't just say, oh, just ditch it and it's all okay.
I'll buy it new when I get a house later.
I had a garage set up where I could literally rebuild transmissions, engine, do full service work, and that's not something you can.
Well, I would say if you're going to definitely be 5+ years, that cost might balance. But for those of you that know, tool type stuff back then versus tool type stuff now, the older stuff actually holds up better. So calculating replacing that and the quality they would be versus storage unit time frame, furniture wise, we didn't keep much at all. We kept the kitchen table. I refinished that when our oldest was in boot camp.
Gave a lot away. Okay, so one quick point I'd like to make. As of April 2025, it's my opinion that Facebook Marketplace is the way to go to get a reasonable price and to move the stuff. That being said, it's a double-edged sword, and most of you probably know what I'm talking about, because you'll get that whole default, is it still available? And if you say yes, you never hear from them again. You have a lot of frustrating replies you got to sift through.
True.
But it still is the way to go.
I think it's beneficial.
Yeah.
What we donated a lot. We packed away quite a bit. We kept memorabilia, but we did get rid of some memorabilia. So I'm telling you, your kids don't want your old stuff. Your kids don't even want their old stuff.
Yep.
Take pictures of it. If you really can't part, I think we couldn't part with some of their toys and some of their school memorabilia, so we kept that by our choice.
Yep.
But relatively, all the artwork and stuff, take pictures of it. And then you can get rid of the actual paper that just deteriorates anyway.
Yep.
We did keep all of our Christmas decor, but we decided to purge out all the other holiday decor because it was just too much to keep. So, and then we trashed a lot.
Yeah. A lot of dump runs.
We as people keep a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Stuff.
Yep. And one last thing I'd like to kind of throw in on is whatever time frame you plan for downsizing, just double it. Just
Start way sooner.
Just trust me. Just double it.
So there you have it. That's how we downsized.
Yep.
Next question. Why didn't you get a fifth wheel like so many others? You have way more space. So many other full-time RVers, I assume. I'm going to leave that to you. All to you.
So, yeah, a little thing that I want to start this out with is you hear a lot of experienced full-time RVers say, you got to start now with what you got, because if you're always trying to make the perfect plan with the perfect truck, with the perfect trailer, with the perfect everything, you're never going to do it.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Yeah, so I had a truck that was lifted and big, and I did the research, and generally across the board, you got to have a 60-inch bed rail height or lower to fit most fifth wheels. I was at 62, of course. That's how my luck goes. So that pretty much put fifth wheels out of the question as far as like starting now, get it going with what you got. So we did that. We took that advice to heart.
So we went with what is, I guess at the time, was the biggest travel trailer. We are 39.
Oh, she's a beast.
39.6
She's
long.
a beast.
But yes, and we had, I think, a few models in mind until we came across this one. I think it was two major things. The Asdale siding,
Yes.
Greg really loved, and the whole living area layout was less what I call tunnel and a little bit more squared. It gave a little bit of like a fifth wheel vibe. But we have plenty of room. It is just the two of us, y'all. So we have plenty of room. No big dogs, no rugrats running around anymore.
So another little tidbit is the floor plan. You'll a lot of people talk about, getting choosing the correct, perfect floor plan.
Yeah.
And I just feel moved to just like say that when there's two of you, you can pretty much make anything work and be happy. If I can poop, shower, and shave, man, I'm a happy person.
That's leading into one of the other questions. And on that note,
that feeds into my conspiracy theory about why a lot of people use the campground, but I ain't gonna go into that.
The campground restaurant.
Yeah.
So, okay, back on topic.
Yeah.
Next is, do you take regular showers? When's the last time you showered, Greg?
So before we lived in a trailer, I showered every day. I did not go to bed with mud butt. And guess what? I don't go to bed with mud butt now either.
Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what you meant with regular shower, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of cover it all. Yes, we shower daily. That said, we have a 10-gallon tank. I have had no problems, and I say me because I think as a female with all the hair, we take a little bit longer. I can shampoo, condition, shave, everything, and never run out of hot water. I don't even have to flip the shower head lever to pause the water flow. Y'all call that sea showers.
Yep.
So yes, every day. Also though, when we boondock, we do still shower nightly. But we choose to do the sea showers because we are trying to conserve our freshwater tank and our gray tank. So, which it's not a big deal. What's that shower head you put on?
So one cheap, easy hack for you is it's called an Oxygenics shower head. You can just like roll out to Lowe's. It's like $25.
Or Amazon.
And if somebody's feeling nice when they're doing this video, we'll drop a link to it, but it's quick, easy, and it does help a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, and the one that we have, when you pause it, it maintains the temperature that you have set with both your knobs.
Yep.
And it also trickles a bit, so you're not in there freezing or anything.
But I can totally take a shower, do everything like normal, and not feel rushed and get out. And
so yeah, we do shower daily.
Like I said, I don't go to bed dirty ever, and that's just me though.
Why are you doing this?
Oh,
That's kind of a loaded one.
yeah. So I'm going to try and take this one a little bit. So, in the last couple of years in my career, you reflect a lot. When you know that something's coming to an end, like a full career that I did in the military, you reflect on what's next. What am I going to do when I grow up? You look at your age and how good a health you're in.
Yeah.
And one thing that put me over the top with this a little bit was my brother. He suddenly passed away a couple of years ago. I mean, like sudden.
64 years old.
On the mower, just done. And that
So
pulled
young.
the trigger for me mentally. Like, so much so that Renee and I just came up with our statement this morning.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Yes.
Whatever that is. For us, I'd say, health of ourselves or family, but also we don't have any grandbabies yet. That would really tug on the heart. Not that we don't love you, Mike and Sean. We do, and we miss you, but you're not changing constantly like you did when you were little and how grandbabies would. That would make it harder.
Yeah.
But, so a little bit back story is, in his career, we've only bought a house twice. We sold the second one in 2020, right before we moved to his last duty station where we were renting. So we had to leave that house anyway, y'all. And it wasn't a place that we were going to settle. We don't know where we want to live when we grow up. We base camp in Mobile, Alabama, where we're from. But it's very hot here in the summer, you guys. And it's gotten very crowded. But for us personally, our oldest lives in North Carolina. Our youngest lives in Texas. And our hearts are torn. We also, as of today, as of when we started and still today, we want to kind of live a little bit more inland, we think. So a lot of the journey and exploring is...
What are we going to do when we grow up?
Where are we going to live when we grow up? But, what places we want to explore, or where have we explored that we're like, actually, hey, we could settle here.
There is so much out there. So much to see.
And it takes time, y'all. We did a lot of travel with the Coast Guard.
Yep.
Cross-country duty stations. We've seen things, the Grand Canyon and Crater Lake and Mount Hood, Mount St. Helens. We've been to Cape Cod. We lived there, so we've been to the New England area.
And we've passed so many places.
Because we weren't on our own time schedule.
We didn't have time. And, note that before you know it, you got like 100 places noted that you want to see.
One I always think about, we drove through Twin Falls, Idaho.
Yep.
And we were on a schedule.
We're going back. No, we are going there.
When I got there, I was like, oh, I wish we could stay a few days.
We are going back.
So, kind of doing the travel on our own schedule, our own speed.
Yeah, just think about it. Think about the brush of your life and what you want to do with it. And I know what I want to do. I want to see all the things and do all the cool stuff while I'm still able.
What do we do, or where do we go when we need space from each other?
So my space is in front of the TV like a lot of guys. I'll start with that. Go ahead.
I don't need a lot of space from Greg. Honestly, yes, I get cranky and stuff and snippety, but our entire marriage, and with moving around so much, it's kind of put us in positions as each other's best friend.
And you stick two human beings together for 30 years, they're going to figure out some things along the way. So.
What to accept and what really matters. But those times that I need it, it's not always space from him, but space from whatever he's interested in.
Yeah.
But I just go generally into the bedroom. I may or may not slide the door closed, but I can put in my AirPods, listen to some music, read a book, maybe watch a TV series or something, it doesn't bother me on my iPhone. We don't have a TV in there because the bedroom is so close to the living room.
And our bed is so nice that it is a
It's
perfect
comfortable.
place to retreat to. It is, yeah.
So maybe occasionally sitting outside. One of us may be sitting outside and the other's inside. It's not often though.
Yeah.
We kind of like being around each other, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe too much.
I'll take her for a few more years, I think.
Just a few, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
So there we go. I don't know if that was a bonus question, if that was 5. He made me have to read everything up opposite way, so I got off track.
Yeah.
That's you. So,
I don't have any input except my place is in front of the TV.
Are you sharing your cup?
Yeah, and hope y'all like my cup. So anyways, respect the cup and let us know if this was helpful or not. And
this may cause me to need space from him.
Yeah.
This cup drives me insane.
I wanted to make a chocolate smoothie and put it in here so I can chill out with it, but yeah, my root beer is nice.
You think you have a funny sense of humor.
I know.
So now it's not just the things that Greg says or the stuff that Greg says, it's the stuff that Greg does.
Well, I like it.
You should start branding them, gifting them out. There you have it. Top 5, maybe a bonus question or not. Renee can't count. Renee also can't read from the bottom up.
Yeah, and roast us in the comments if it wasn't relevant to you or if we missed something. And
if you have more questions, throw them at us. I mean, there are more out there.
Yeah, we're just throwing it out there, genuine, you know.
There's only so much time that y'all want to spend with us a week.
Yeah, I don't blame you either. I don't want to spend time
Y'all
with
go
me.
sit in your room and read a book, listen to music, get your space from us.
We're in front of the TV, guys.
I hope y'all have a great week. Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Hey. I'm Greg.
And I'm Renee.
And guess what time it is?
Tool time?
It's time for the first ever Q&A video for us to try and bite off on here. I have trouble just like coming up with, discussing by myself.